Hello everybody, it's Aaron back from Screenstars and I'm here once again to do another review for Geek Legion of Doom, and today I'm here to review the 2021 Western drama Blood Brothers Civil War, a film that is written and directed by J. Craven, and it stars Christopher James Baker, Jacqueline Bisset, Gordon Clapp, Christian Coulson, Guy Farmer, Diane Guerrero and Shane Patrick Cairns. Now this film focuses on a family just after the Civil War in America, and a woman basically comes to this small American town trying to find a war doctor that treated her husband on the battlefield. While there, this kind of starts a bit of a family feud, because the doctor, when she discovers this doctor, she stays with this family, and this doctor has called Peter, he's got a brother called John, and they both start vying for her affections. However, John comes into a bit of a family inheritance. He is left a significant amount of money by a friend of the family, which is a bit strange, but it is quite significant. So he's in a real financial strong position to vie for the affections of this mystery woman who has sought this doctor out, who treated her husband on the battlefield. So basically, a bit of a family love triangle starts going on between these two brothers trying to vie for her affections. Right, so what are my thoughts on Blood Brothers? Well, this will all depend on really what type of person you are. If you like slow-paced dramas, costume dramas, you'll probably enjoy aspects of this. From my perspective, I personally found it a little bit dull. I thought the production values were okay, they were fine, it felt fairly authentic. The performances here, I didn't really have an issue with any of them here in this film. They all did a good job. We have Jacqueline Bisset, who is the main name here in this film. And like I said, it all looks fine, sounds fine. The performances all do their job. It's very, very watchable. It's one of those, if you like, Sunday afternoon films that might be on TV while you're eating your Sunday lunch sort of thing, that would be on in the background, completely unoffensive. You'd be half watching, and you know, that's kind of it. It kind of felt like a TV movie to me, or a pilot for some kind of themed TV show, Western TV show. Actually, you know, it felt a little bit like a forgettable episode of Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, or something like that. You remember the Jane Seymour TV show from the 90s, I think it was? And it felt like something from the 90s. It was a fairly uninteresting plot and story, if I'm being honest. A woman turns up, you know, looking for this war doctor, and I actually thought at that point we were going to maybe get some flashbacks to the war, and what went on the battlefields and things like that, and you really get some real gritty storytelling going on and what this doctor had to go through on the battlefield. No, we don't really get that. We don't even really get much in the way of deep descriptions of what goes on the battlefields. You never really got to feel what it was like from his perspective as a doctor on the battlefield. Not really. There was a couple of scenes where he talks about it, but so what we just really got was this family dynamic that was going on. Jacqueline Bisset, the mother, you've got the father, and these two brothers, two estranged brothers really. One of them is a bit of a bad one. He keeps borrowing money off the would-be doctor. He's a bit of a wayward son, if you like. He's a bit of a bad one. And, you know, the GP, the doctor's really trying to do something with his life, set up his own practice. And then his brother, you know, the estranged one, the bad one, comes into this money, and he really starts vying for the affections of this mystery woman, but they both really like her. And that's really as far as the interest in this film goes. Yeah, you do get a little bit of a tragic end, I suppose, in some aspects, but it's nothing that you don't really see coming, and it's nothing really that you're going to be too upset about. And that's the problem here, really, with the film. You've got these characters. I found, if I'm honest, the majority of them fairly uninteresting, and a bit dull, as was the film. It kind of plodded along. It was nearly 2 hours long as well. I mean, it was a bit like eating a bowl of rice. It just kept going on and on and on, and I did scratch my head at one point, about an hour in, thinking, how are they going to stretch this out to nearly 2 hours? Because we know this story now. I kind of know where it's heading. By that point you did, and other than, like I say, a little bit of tragedy at the end sort of thing, it didn't really deviate from that. But like I say, those of you out there that like an authentic type costume drama, set just after the Civil War, that probably more accurately portrays life in America at that time, rather than the gunslingers that ran about and stuff like that. It kind of, for me, felt a little bit more authentic, but at the same time, that didn't help the fact that I found it a little bit uninteresting to watch. So I'm giving this one a 5 out of 10. The reason why I'm giving this one a 5 out of 10, because the quality's all there. The performances are fine. The production values are okay. Costumes are authentic and things like that. That kind of stuff's all there. For me, I just found the story a bit dull, uninteresting, and just a bit, plodded along a little bit. So it wasn't really for me. So that's why I've given this one a 5 out of 10. So that is my review for Blood Brothers Civil War. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching, and of course, don't forget to check back on the channel Geek Legion of Doom for more reviews very, very soon.